Hello, welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I'm going to be making an atomic flower in my new shell edge mold, which I did post a video about, so you should be able to see that. This is it right here. I have not used it yet, so I'm super excited to be using it. It is a bigger, deeper mold. I think it holds about 250, 260 mils. I mixed up 240 mils just because it's easier for me to do it in even numbers, or you know what I mean, like 40 instead of 43, you know, because I do it in mils. So to me, it's just easier to do it that way. I'm actually going to use Platinum Ultra Clear this time because I'm waiting for my order of Art Pro to get here. This is the first time in forever that I've run out of it. So it's coming, but it's probably going to be about a week before it gets here. So I'm going to have to be creative and use other resins. I did not want to use Estoyo resin in this only because it is so deep. It would likely flash cure, and I don't want to ruin the mold. But that said, I'm kind of anxious to see how Platinum Ultra Clear works with the atomic flower, so we'll go ahead and give it a try. So I mixed up 240 mils, and please excuse me, I have a cold. I thought it was allergies, and it's not. It's a cold. I haven't had a cold in years, so kind of struggling with it, but I'm here. I sound awful though. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I mixed up 60 mils of resin with 2 drops of yellow medium azo and made this little lemon color here. This is my white, 45 mils of white, and I only used 2 drops, which means 2 drops of Let's Resin Ocean White, which means it's a little more transparent than I normally use. But when you have a thinner resin, the colors are different, and I don't want it to sink to the bottom because it's too heavy. This is 30 mils of resin with 5 drops of Daler-Rowney Turquoise, which is it's an opaque ink, but you can still see the stick through it. And then this is my mica powder, 20 mils of mica powder, and I used about a half a spoon of Prussian blue pigments, the mica powder from Estoyo. That's Estoyo. And then I have what's left as my clear push, and then I have some black stones with some like blue and green like microbeads in there. So I did use the mixer, the Estoyo mixer, to mix up my resin, and it did a beautiful job. There's only bubbles in there because I was just mixing it up with a stick. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. I really hate that I sound like a frog. I'm so sorry. All right, so I'm going to start off by putting my yellow in the bottom, like that. And this will fill the mold up most of the way, the entirety of my ink, of my resin. See, you can tell I don't feel well. I'm messing up more than I normally do. So this will, the resin that I mixed up, the 240 mils, will fill up most of this mold, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so here is my turquoise, and I'm going to go around and put my drops of my puddles of the turquoise. And these are going to probably spread out a little more because it is a thinner resin, but that's to be expected. As long as you expect it, it's okay, right? I just thought for some reason this color combination was intriguing to me. And then I added the darker blue mica powder just to give it a little more depth and dimension. This color combination just reminds me of summer. Like, I don't know, and I'm just ready for summer. I guess maybe it's like sunshine and beach or something. It reminds me of summer. I'm so ready. I think we have like 24 days of school left or something like that. So I am ready for it. I am there for summer. And I'm going to do, I have a lot of things on my mind that I want to do. We'll see if I get to them. I usually don't get to all of them, but you know what? I have good intentions, right? Okay. My puddles are kind of running into each other because they are moving a little bit differently with this being a thinner resin. So just so you know, some of the ones I poured first are kind of moving to the center already. All right, so now we'll do the mica powder. And I did not make that super dark either because it is thinner resin. It will just sink right to the bottom if you make it too heavy. And I don't want the whole bottom to be mica powder. But this also ties into like the beach theme, you know, like the turquoise is the color of the ocean, and then the blue is the color of the sky. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's been so long since I've been to the beach. Either way, the combination of colors just reminds me of the ocean and the beach. Sunshine, ocean, sky. And that's probably perfect for this mold since it's the seashell edge mold. Super excited to see how my first piece comes out. Almost done. I haven't done an atomic flower in a little bit. I've been doing my polka dot flower. Just trying to use the rest of this up. Almost there. My son is out at the county fair tonight. There's a concert. I want to say he said Wiz Khalifa or something. I don't really know. Not my scene. But we live really close to the fairgrounds, so it'll still probably take him an hour to get home when we're done, even though it's maybe a 15-minute drive, just because of everybody leaving at the same time, and lots of kids miss school. All right, here we go. I almost did this as a polka dot. I had my mind on my polka dot. All right, here we go. I'm going to do the atomic part. Making my lines a little thicker than I meant to, but it actually looks pretty good. Been watching the O.J. Simpson documentary on Netflix for my true crime junkies out there. I remember when that all went down, I was just graduated college. So that gives you an indication of how old I am, I suppose. All right, gonna pour my almost called it a chaser. Pour my chaser in there. That's gonna be the new name for it, my chaser. Gonna pour in my push. And it kind of went off center and brought some of the white in, which is weird. I've never had that happen before, but it could have been because it was the really big cup and I wasn't able to get it on center. I don't really know. Here we go. Now I'm going to put my stones in the center. This looks really pretty, like a lemon colored flower with blue. I think that actually looks really pretty. There we go. I won't have any idea if the center is in the center until it's cured. And I'm actually not going to do a time lapse because it being so, the resin being so much thinner, it all just went to the center. Just. I'm actually thinking about ordering some 360 plus so I can try some of my pours using that kind of resin because I do have several subscribers who can't get the Art Pro, and I want to try to be able to figure things out for them for their recipes as well. So we will see. I'll have to see when I might not be able to afford it till this summer, but that's something I'm going to look into for you guys. All right, so now we let it cure. It should be cured by tomorrow morning. Probably when I get up with the dogs in the middle of the night, I'll move it over to my heat mat. So don't forget, get yourself a heat mat, get yourself a mixer from Estoyo. They're amazing. I love them. I don't think I could get as much done or it be as relaxing as it is having those things. So, all right. Well, I'm going to head off, clean up and go to bed, but I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, good morning. Let's see what we've got. Looks cool on this side. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, that came out really cool. You can see that the petals are much more lined, like much more like a daisy maybe. Now I'm bummed my center isn't centered, but this looks really cool. So cool. And look, the sides. It came out beautifully. Just very subtle. And I like how there's points. Like right there. There's little points and then there's like bubbles. So cool. I'm so glad I worked out with the Platinum Ultra Clear. Very, very cool. Those are really cool. Those striations are just awesome. I love it. I love it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.